Alright, good morning everybody. Hope you're all having a great day. It is March 16th. It's currently 9:04. Just getting onto the charts now. We're just gonna hop right into it and chart some stuff up. See what the morning brings us. Looking at news real quick. It's a no news Monday. So we're gonna definitely be a little more slower today, be a little more patient, wait for exactly what we need to see. Right. Also, I forgot to include it's a no news Monday with PPI and FOMC later on in the week on the same day, which is going to be an interesting day, we'll say. So we'll see how that goes. But just for today, just want to be super patient and just see what we get. So starting on a 4 hour here. All of really the 13th, which was Friday. Friday we sold off pretty heavily. We had NQ take this low here, right? We had ES the charts got mixed up here. We had ES take this low, which we already had been taken, but we got lower, and seemed like we were getting down to we wanted this external low down here, but we started getting some legs up. I marked out this 4 hour gap right here, because if we wanted to go lower to internal low and to external low, this 4 hour gap I could expect to hold. Alright, as well as this 1 hour gap that I marked out here. So we had two gaps that we can kind of just play off of to see what they gave us. And it looks like both of them are seemingly getting ran through. NQ ran through the 1 hour, ES or NQ ran through the 4 hour. So now it looks like buy side wants to become the draw. Alright, so after NQ takes internal low, we just get higher right away. And excuse me. Yeah, so we'll see what we get. We'll see what we do. So I wanna we'll keep that on there actually. So the main thing that I'm looking at here is where could we manipulate? Right? Where could we manipulate? So I'm gonna delete these two. Mark out this low here. And same thing on ES. Alright, so I'll mark out this low. Mark out this 1 hour gap. See if price wants to return here to, manipulate. We don't have to. We already are pretty high up in this range here. NQ is getting pretty high. Remember to think logically in these markets. We don't have to come all the way back down here just to go all the way back right up. Once again, we can, but is that, it's safe to assume that we don't have to, right? And we could just use internal low here, small 15-minute gap, internal low here, and internal low here to get us to where we need to go. So that's kind of just what we're going to be patient for and play off of. So right here's a 15-minute gap that we have. That looks like we tapped into. Mark out two of these here. Remember, everything I do on NQ, I just want to replicate and mirror on ES if I'm able to. So this gap here on NQ, we don't really have that gap on ES, so we're just going to leave that be. So now I'm just looking for, where's my resting sell side, which is here, here, and down here. So down here we have two 15-minute gaps here. We have this small one and then this gap here. But that's where the hourly is resting, so I'm not going to really mark those out. We have this internal low that got taken. We have this 5-minute gap, and we have the opportunity to put a 5-minute change in the state to the upside. Now, ideally, I'd like to see if this 5-minute could hold to get us lower into this range. We'll mark out equilibrium as well. See if that wants to be a factor. So just what I'm being given here, I'm leaning towards being pretty bullish, right? I usually always say I don't really come into the day with a bias. I just react and let the market give me, what I need to see, which is still the case. But just looking at what we did, sell side gets taken, we run higher, we get through this 4-hour gap. This is the most important thing that I was looking at. 4-hour gap gets ran through to the upside. 1-hour gap gets ran through to the upside. And then we're just generating sell side on our way up. So for me, it would only make sense if we, want to go lower. If we want to go lower, right? We don't have to go all the way lower, right? Like all the way down. Remember, it's just what makes sense. What makes sense, and it comes with market experience too. Because I remember when I first started out, I didn't even know the difference between 10 points and like a fucking 300-point move. Like I'm like, oh, we can get all the way down here, by after market open, and then we could see higher. But it's just after a while you kind of understand like what's reality and what could happen versus what really can't happen unless some type of major news event drops. But like I said, I just have areas of interest that I mark out, and I just patiently sit and wait to see what happens with those areas. So I have 15-minute gap, 15-minute gap, sell side, 15-minute gap, or 1-hour gap, sell side, equilibrium. So if we want to dig down here, come back to equilibrium, tap this 1-hour gap, take sell side, I could then look for my model to get put in to the upside, right? If we just want to get higher, there's really nothing here. So yeah, next form would just be buy side. If we just want to kind of just continue higher from here and present no opportunity, it is what it is. Once again, it's a no news Monday, so we're just gonna take it super slow, super patient, and when ready, when told to, put on size. So mark out equilibrium on ES as well. Sorry if you guys hear your dogs in the background too. So it looks like seemingly this 5-minute is holding. I just want to see. So we didn't create any equal lows here with this low. We did generate this internal low, but this could be, opportunity. But I think we can really, really dig deeper and lower at open. But if this internal low gets taken, I'd look for this my normal model back to the upside, but look to go break even quickly. Now, I'm usually always trying to position myself in a spot where I can take advantage of opportunity. So although I'm bullish, right, and although, you know, I'd like to see if we can get lower into this range to then go higher. To go higher overall, like I said, we got to get lower, right? So if this internal high wants to play a factor and we want to come up, take internal high, and then that's our move to get inside this range, I can look for something around here in my model to get us back lower and just take partials along the way, right? So that's opportunity. Sometimes I will do that, but it has to be, like I said, all there, high quality, and just like in my face, you know? But other than that, I usually try to stick with what I'm looking for, what I'm, you know, what I'm confident in, and just be patient. All right, we're just gonna give this some time. It's 9:16, so we have about a little under, about 14 minutes, 13 and a half till till open. But I'm gonna pause this recording. I'll be right back. You know, just take a quick little jump. Just give me 1 second. All right, y'all. Sorry about that. We're back though. We now got about 5 minutes till open here. It looks like we didn't really do too much. Internal low still intact here on both ES and NQ. Internal high still intact. So we'll see what we do here at open. Like I said, ideally, you know, we'll see if we can get down to sell side, get down to equilibrium. We don't have to, but I'd just be more confident, you know, if we could get to equilibrium, could tap this 1 hour gap, could take sell side inside that gap. Looks like we're not moving the best pre-market. We're kind of just in between this 5-minute gap here and then tap this 15-minute gap. About 2.5 minutes. See what we want to do if we take internal low inside this gap here. also have a small 1 hour gap right here. Alright, so we got about 50 seconds. Still nothing has been taken yet. So just gonna be patient, wait and see. Okay, so market opens here. Sell side gets taken on NQ. ES does not take it. We instantly see us get higher. There's literally nothing here at all to take. So I probably want to see us get a little lower, or just create a little more price action. Alright, so there we go. We're getting lower here now a little bit. ES now takes this low as well. See what we do. NQ's running lower. Got this nice 15-second gap here on ES. So for me to be long here, we have to get through this. Put a change into the upside. See what kind of close we get here. Take a stab here. Stop's just gonna go right under. Probably looking to go break even at this high here. I'm probably at around the 1. Throw on one more con here. This is how we're looking. So we want to keep an eye on ES. ES is about to take this internal high. But I kind of want to see if we can just continue higher, right? We had sell side taken, we had 2 1 hour gaps filled, 15-minute gaps filled. We now take that high on NQ. So now if NQ gets below here, below this change, I'm probably going to close out this trade a little early. I don't want to see us just continue higher from here. Alright, we have buy side resting above. Yep. Do we have any gaps to the left? No gaps to the left. Besides this 15-minute here. that's already been used. I'm just looking to protect myself quickly, so I probably will go break even at this high here. Probably would not want to see us get below here. If we're gonna go high, I want to see this hold. See if we can get back above this series here. I'm just trying to monitor these two to see, because NQ took this high. So now if we want to get back inside this range here, we're going to. There's going to be signs, so I just want to play it. There we go. We got some nice legs higher here. Let's see if we can take this high. So we get above this. Probably just looking to go break even here now. Just where any displacement I can, I'm looking to go break even just after NQ takes this high. So I like how we're still kind of fighting to the upside, but we do have an SMT right now. So let's see if ES can get above here, and we can see higher. I'm not really too interested. I'm not gonna say interested in today, but it's a no news Monday with major news this week, so I'm okay with taking one stab at break even. I'm perfectly okay with that. You know, I don't want to get caught up in any type of mess. I just put on size where I see a confident model. We had a nice confident leg through, and then you could see instantly we just slow down. So there's signs that the market's going to give you to kind of protect yourself, and if you don't take them, it's kind of your fault. So I took the sign. I went break even, and I don't care what happens from here. It's a no news Monday. This is going to be my only stab on the day probably. Preserve capital and just step away. You know, so this is my only trade on the day. So yeah, there we go. We can stop that break even. So only trade on the day. I don't really like what we got here. It's not looking the best. There was really nothing that was holding us and protecting us. Like usually on my trades, what do I want to see? You know, I want to see displacement. I want to see some form of relative, important high get taken. You know, the one standard deviation get taken for me to go break even, open up some gaps. But we got none of that, and I went break even. Why? Just because of what today is. It's a no news Monday, like I said, and we have PPI and FOMC coming up later on in the week. I'm just not looking to take any chances. I don't care what this does from here, where it goes. but just based off of what I got right here, super slow, super choppy. From my experience or from, you know, what I'm confident in, it's better that I just step away, get rid of these. But other than that, great stab on the day, break even. And we'll be back here tomorrow. Let's check our news. No news tomorrow as well. So no news Monday and no news Tuesday. I think this is how last week was. Yeah, so no news Monday and Tuesday. So going off of last week, it was pretty slow. I didn't really like too much of what last week gave, but we'll see what this week brings. So I'm out of here, y'all. Hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. Peace.